In a historic moment this October, SpaceX achieved what many thought impossible, catching a 23-story rocket booster in midair with mechanical precision that left the world in awe. But this engineering triumph of Starship Flight 5 sparked something even bigger, a dramatic shift in the power dynamics between SpaceX and its challengers. Behind this achievement lay months of setbacks, internal struggles, and a high-stakes gamble that would either revolutionize space travel or potentially bankrupt the company. Few knew that in the months leading up to Flight 5, SpaceX engineers had battled through 3 failed catching attempts, each costing millions and testing the resolve of even the most dedicated team members. Sarah Chen, lead engineer for the Mechazilla catching system, had spent countless nights redesigning the chopsticks after a near-catastrophic failure during their second attempt, when the booster had slipped from their grasp, missing the landing pad by mere meters. "We lost 7 good engineers after that incident," Chen revealed in an exclusive interview. "They couldn't handle the pressure, the constant iterations, the fear of failure. But those who stayed, we knew we were on the verge of something revolutionary." Just 2 weeks before Flight 5, internal documents revealed that SpaceX's board of directors had issued an ultimatum: succeed with the next catch, or abandon the Mechazilla project entirely. The estimated $2.8 billion invested in the catching system had stretched the company's resources thin, and competitors were circling like vultures, ready to capitalize on any failure. Within days, this groundbreaking success triggered a $33.5 million military contract that would reshape SpaceX's battle against bureaucratic roadblocks in California. But the path to this victory was far from smooth, involving midnight negotiations, whistleblower threats, and a chess game of political maneuvering that would make House of Cards look tame. What the public didn't see was the intense behind-the-scenes struggle between SpaceX and its competitors. 3 major aerospace companies had lobbied aggressively against SpaceX's catching system, claiming it posed unprecedented risks to national security. Internal memos later leaked to the press showed these companies had spent over $45 million on lobbying efforts to block SpaceX's innovations. Dr. James Morrison, former NASA safety director, had staked his reputation on opposing the catch system. If that booster had fallen, he admitted after Flight 5's success, it would have been catastrophic, not just for SpaceX, but for the entire private space industry. We were all holding our breath. The engineering achievement that kicked off October's events wasn't just about precision. It was about proving critics wrong. The Mechazilla system represented a convergence of cutting-edge technologies that had never been combined before. Neural network-driven predictive positioning systems processing 1 million calculations per second. Revolutionary carbon fiber composite arms capable of absorbing 50 G of impact force. Quantum-inspired optimization algorithms managing microsecond adjustments. A new generation of thermal protection systems handling temperatures up to 2,700 degrees Celsius. Through SpaceX's own Starlink constellation, millions watched in real time as history unfolded. The network's 6,371 operational satellites, providing high-speed internet to over 4 million users across 100 countries, didn't just broadcast the event. It demonstrated SpaceX's complete ecosystem of space innovation. The timing couldn't have been more critical. Just days before, on October 15th, SpaceX found itself locked in a bitter legal battle with the California Coastal Commission. The commission's October 10th vote threatened to halt the company's launch operations on the state's central coast, a move that could have severely impacted national security operations. What wasn't widely reported was the personal cost of this battle. 3 commission members had received death threats from overzealous space enthusiasts, while SpaceX employees faced daily harassment from environmental protesters. The tension had reached such a fever pitch that local police had to establish a permanent presence at the launch facility. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The U.S. Space Force, watching Starship's flawless performance, made a decisive move. Within 5 days of Flight 5's success, they awarded SpaceX a game-changing $33.5 million contract for critical national security missions. This wasn't just any contract. It was a clear message to California bureaucrats that national security interests couldn't be held hostage to local politics. Behind closed doors, military strategists had been developing contingency plans that relied heavily on Starship's capabilities. General Patricia Rodriguez, Space Force Chief of Operations, had been quietly championing SpaceX's technology against significant internal resistance. What we saw with Flight 5, she noted in a classified brief later made public, wasn't just a caught rocket. It was the future of American military superiority in space. Perhaps the most intriguing development is Starship, SpaceX's classified military version of Starlink. After Starlink's surprising resilience in Ukraine's combat zones, the Pentagon saw the potential for a dedicated military communication network. Working with Leidos, SpaceX is now developing 4 classified infrared sensor satellites, pushing the boundaries of space-based defense capabilities. What sets Starship apart is its revolutionary quantum encryption system, making it theoretically impossible to hack. Sources close to the project suggest it can detect and track hypersonic weapons, a capability that has sent shockwaves through military circles worldwide. The ripple effects of Flight 5's success extended far beyond American shores. Within weeks, the European Space Agency announced a comprehensive review of its launch systems. China accelerated its own reusable rocket program, while Russia's space agency chief admitted they were at least 5 years behind SpaceX's capabilities. Japanese aerospace firm Mitsubishi Heavy Industries immediately proposed a partnership with SpaceX, offering $1.2 billion for access to the catching technology. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, announced a complete overhaul of its space program, specifically citing Flight 5 as a wake-up call for all spacefaring nations. Behind the headlines and political maneuvering, there were personal stories that captured the public's imagination. Maria Gonzalez, a SpaceX software engineer who had mortgaged her house to stay with the company during its darkest days, became an overnight sensation after footage emerged of her tears of joy during the successful catch. As we've seen, SpaceX's historic booster catch was more than just an engineering milestone. It became the key that unlocked a new chapter in America's space capabilities. The Pentagon's swift response with a $33.5 million contract proves what we've long suspected. When innovation meets national security needs, bureaucratic barriers crumble. Looking ahead, industry analysts predict this success will catalyze a new space race, but one focused on sustainability and reusability rather than just reaching new destinations. Companies worldwide are already realigning their strategies, with over $12 billion in new investment flowing into reusable rocket technology in the past month alone. Universities across the globe are scrambling to update their aerospace engineering curricula. MIT has already announced a new department focused entirely on reusable space technology, while Stanford has created a $50 million research fund specifically for studying SpaceX's innovations. This victory resonates far beyond California's coastline. It demonstrates how technological achievement can shift the balance of power, transforming SpaceX from just a launch provider into an indispensable partner in national defense. From Starship's unprecedented cargo capacity to Starship's classified capabilities, we're witnessing the dawn of a new era in space-based security. What makes this story truly remarkable is how a single successful flight could trigger such a dramatic chain of events. It shows that in the high-stakes world of space exploration and national security, excellence speaks louder than politics. As we look to the future, it's clear that Flight 5's success has permanently altered the trajectory of space exploration. With new partnerships forming, technologies evolving, and barriers breaking down, we're entering an era where the impossible becomes routine, and the dreams of science fiction transform into tomorrow's reality. If you're as fascinated by these developments as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on the latest SpaceX and space industry news. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on how this victory might shape future space policy. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative, and share it with anyone interested in the future of space exploration. This is Elon Musk 24 Hours, bringing you tomorrow's space news today. See you in the next video.